I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I was discussing with Reverend Samson Bojo, my first mentee and the firstborn among all the mentees and the assistant father to my children. In fact, my daughter attends his church, and sometimes my wife is looking for somebody to report me to. She either sends me a text message that she has sent to herself, or when she has sent it and I read and I'm not responding, she will go and report me to my mentee. Ona papa don't start again. No. Dr. Apoki, this is my madness. They help me. Oh. It's good to be crazy, man. You know, Dr. Apoki, you're not normal. Now, I was discussing with him, and in a phone call, I was explaining poverty to him, that poverty is the lack of alternatives. Because he taught me, I learned from every person. He taught me that POOR, poor, is passing over opportunities regularly. That is to say, poverty is the absence of opportunities or the inability to create opportunities, maximize opportunities, and then you don't have alternatives if you are poor. So you don't have clothes to change, you don't have alternative meals, you don't have an alternative source of income, you are restricted, you are caged. I've said this in one previous video. And that makes you dependent. That makes you desperate. You are dependent, you are desperate, and you can be used by any person to achieve their aims if they promise you rubbish. Now, when Nelson Mandela came out of prison, he served only one term, and then he didn't continue. It was okay. Leopold Senghor of Senegal got to a point and he said he will not continue. So, why is it that some African politicians want to stay in power until they die? Why is it that in Nigeria, politics is do or die, is desperate, there's desperado, there is violence, carry ballot boxes? Why? Just think of any of the politicians you know that are very desperate. Name one company, name one business they own that is producing equity and contributing to the economy in a very big way. Many of them don't have. So they don't have alternatives outside politics. Number two, the crave for relevance, significance, respect, to be in the limelight all the time. They only can get it through politics. I was watching one of the videos I did with the Honest Bunch, and I found out that it has had 2.4 million views, only a short clip on another person's platform, one platform. And there are platforms that have shared these videos and my videos, several of them. So nothing less than maybe 100 million people will have seen these videos, other videos, my podcasts. And in Delta State here, in the Niger Delta, I do 2 radio programs sponsored by Salimo Wits Foundation. One in Quest FM. You can Google it and download the application every Wednesday. And that's in Ogilia. Another one in Asaba Axis. And the one in Asaba Axis will be heard in the beyond the Niger Delta. So I have a potential audience of close to 20 million people that listen to me 3 times in a week. No wonder anywhere I go to, people recognize me. In London, it's only in France that I didn't see people know me because most likely I need to translate my stuff to French. And then Italy, wherever. I don't derive my relevance from the church I belong to, the branch I belong to, and the tribe I belong to. I've created opportunities, avenues, and means and platforms for me to remain relevant. And the politician, his relevance is about the parasites that run around him and the state machinery siren. You. I was in the back of a vehicle. I'm going to Owerri, and a soldier stopped us and said she wind down the glass. When he wound down the glass, I asked him, "Have you seen this place before?" He said, my mentor. And we went on. So I don't need to be relevant. So a lot of these politicians cannot even express themselves articulately. They can't discuss anything without a speech written for them. So they must be in politics. They must be in politics. When Peter Obi said that he will do only 1 term, those hungry, desperate, unemployed, insignificant crooks that only feast on the wealth of Nigeria, who are houseflies and maggots. One time, it's deceiving you people. Peter Obi has been a rich man. He was a rich man. He doesn't have many wives and many children, only 2 children. His parents were wealthy. You can see next supermarket all over the place. He imports a lot of things. He does a lot of things. He calls himself a trader. He does not need your political money and your political office to be relevant. In fact, as at today, Peter Obi controls more crowd and respect all over Nigeria than many politicians. That's why for him, 1 term is enough. Let him go and rest and enjoy his money. You have been in the House of Rep for years. Nothing to show. If you don't contest, you'll be hungry. Just like that senator that died because of $30,000. They were running around to gather $30,000 for him. He's broke. I know the ones that are broke all over the place. It's only the government cars and the security aids. If they don't feast on us, those maggots can't eat. They can't do anything. If they are out of office, there is nothing about them. That's why they are desperate. And that's why you must not be intimidated by any person in this country. It's the same thing with us, clergymen. Yeah, I'm going to share some videos I did with a prophet in the bush. Whether I preach or not, I am comfortable. Whether I do these videos or not, I am comfortable. Somebody said that you do these videos not because they will give you money. Your papa no get Android phone. You know they do. You know they do. My books alone, I wrote more than 40 books. My books alone will perpetually feed me. I was telling my wife this morning that my grandchildren can create wealth. Imagine somebody sharing my video, 2.4 million views. Do you know how much that is? If my children, one of my sons in Europe had to resign from his job in Europe to be managing Dr. Charles Apoki, his friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I am a company, a brand. And I was telling my wife that my grandchildren, you see, Archbishop Benson Idahosa's videos, people are making money from them by creating shorts and sharing them. My grandchildren will not be hungry if they start working on my videos, on my books, on my broadcast on radio. So I don't struggle for anything. I don't struggle anything with any person. When I went to Robo Progress Union, my national body, their youth meeting, when they call me up, the people will say, Otunyota one, the man that speaks the truth, one of Roboland. And the President General said that I speak truth to power. You don't feed me. I didn't drive there. Somebody carried me there. So I'm not desperate. I have cars I've not driven for weeks. I have accommodation I've not slept for months. I can live outside this country. I don't need to be here. But this is my country. I'm not desperate for anything. I was to board a flight and the girl, they wanted to extort money from me to I wanted to go and preach in one church in Lagos. And the Assemblies of God Church somewhere in Ojo area. They call it the Mega Church also. And the girl was, oh God, don't you want to fly? I said, it's not compulsory I fly. It's not compulsory I go to Lagos. I can go back to my house and sleep. I was to preach somewhere, to speak somewhere. I told them, who is picking me from the airport in Abuja to the hotel? Excuse me, said, sir, we didn't make arrangement for anybody. I said, no, I'm not any person. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. The hotel you are calling in Lagos, I slept there with my son when he flew in from Europe. There was an air-conditioned car waiting for me in the Abuja airport. Don't treat me like trash, man. I'm an elder statesman, older than your governor. And I said, in 10 minutes, if you don't tell me who is speaking me from Abuja, I won't enter the flight. In 10 minutes, they didn't tell me. The plane landed. I didn't go. Call it pride. No, it's self-esteem. At this age, I start behaving like mumu. I start running after any person. No, God will be angry with me. Because him whom the Lord has honored and knoweth it not is like a beast that perisheth in the field. If God has introduced you like a lion, don't behave like a goat. A wukambie. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. No be honorary. I read them, and I pass them. I have properties for sale. I have books for sale. So many things that we do. Alternatives. Alternatives according to Parara. I have alternatives. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62 for assistance. I remain the area grandfather, Dr. Charles Apoki. Subscribe to this channel. We have another channel, Dr. Charles Apoki Extra. We have podcasts. We have book reels. If you want to promote your books on my platform, you will contact +234 80 21 21 92 62. We will help you grow your books. God bless you.